You'll never quit porn until you fix this one thing. And I'm not talking about nofap or willpower streaks. This is something completely different that's never been talked about on YouTube. And this is serious because I was addicted to porn for over 7 years of my life. It all started at 13 years old when I found it on my dad's computer, and years of trying every single method of quitting porn to finally quit when I was 20 years old. So think about that, 7 years of trying to quit every single day. You just could not quit. And what was holding me back was this one single thing. It's that you have to realize that porn gives you nothing. Because you might already think porn is bad and it's terrible, but you still can't quit. It's because deep down, you believe porn gives you some kind of enjoyment. After a long day of getting these urges and it tiring you out and, well, it's not even that bad, you finally get that relief from porn you've been waiting for all day. And this is what kept me addicted, even after trying the no-fap method and trying to quit with all these willpower streaks and using every single method like cold showers, accountability groups. I would block apps on my phone and I would still find a way to watch porn. Because deep down I knew, even though I was getting these terrible urges that were caused by porn, it gave me a bit of relief, gave me a little stress from my real world problems like, having to talk to girls and all the stress from work. When if all I had done was eliminate this belief, which I'll go over in a second. If I had eliminated this one belief, then I would have quit porn. Not just in 7 years, but in one day. And I'd quit, not just quit and have to fight a few urges sometimes. No, quit enjoyably. Because once you no longer realize that something gives you relief, you'll never have to worry about quitting. Because if I handed you a cigarette and you don't smoke, and you'd never have to worry about smoking a cigarette, you could have it dangling in front of your face. Because you know it only makes your life worse. It tastes gross and doesn't really give you any relief. And look, if you smoke, just use any other kind of drug that you don't do. And to actually dismantle this belief, it gives you some relief, is normally in 3 steps. And first is realizing that there is no enjoyment in porn, right? For a long time, I thought I enjoyed it. I thought it made me happy. I thought it got rid of the urges for, my day. But the truth was, if you take something you do enjoy, hang around with your friends, playing sports, you don't have to stuff it down your face 5-6 times a day. That's your brain wanting this chemical reaction of dopamine so bad because it thinks you're reproducing with thousands of women. As well as after you watch porn, how do you feel? You feel like absolute shit. But when you hang with your friends or you play sports, you feel great. You feel like you want to do it again. But with porn, you don't want to do it again. You never want to do it ever again. But you find yourself still doing it. And realize that that's not actually enjoyment at all. That's an addiction that you can't escape from, which is very scary. And so you never have to think, oh, I enjoy porn, or it gives me any relief. But look, there's 2 more lies you tell yourself. And the second one is that it relieves your stress. After a long day, let's say you want to get a girlfriend, and so you see a hot girl, but you are too nervous to talk to her, or you want to talk to your boss about a pay raise at work, but you're too nervous. And so it haunts you all day. Then you finally get to watch porn and you feel great. But the catch is you only feel great, and it's more like a dopamine of excitement for 5 seconds. And you feel like shit and wish you had never done it. And so you need to realize that not only do non-porn users never have to go through this at all, the cycle of getting these urges and you trying to resist them and it ruins your day, and you finally get porn and you feel good for 5 seconds and you feel like shit again. Non-porn users just smile the entire day. They have their stress and they deal with it appropriately. You have the stress and you start bloody watching porn, and then the stress is still there and porn makes your day worse. It's just absolutely illogical. So you should never have to use it to relieve your stress because it's so illogical. And look, finally, and my third step to kill this, one gives me a relief lie, is that people say it's not that bad, or I'm just a casual user. I only use it a few times per week. We all have that one friend who says that. And this is one of the biggest lies, because the reason people say this, or you might say it yourself, is because you know you can't quit. Deep down, you thought you enjoyed it, or relieve your stress, so you might have been a bit busy, so you did it a few less times. But you still get the same effects. If I'm still smoking and it's destroying my health, but I say, oh, I only do it once a week, it's still bad. You're still in this addiction. And you might do it more some weeks, more some days. So sometimes it doesn't even matter. But you still get all the harmful effects. You're just trying to cope with this addiction. And so look, by now you should realize that there's nothing in porn at all. Nothing. It's like dangling something you don't want in front of your face. That's just how it should feel when you quit porn. So that would be my advice on how I quit my 7-year-long porn addiction. And if you did actually want more help with quitting porn, because I can only go so in depth in each video, I do have my own community in the description below. So see if you need it, with a bunch of men quitting porn successfully without any urges. Hours I've poured into an in-depth plan for you to quit porn without willpower, and enjoy it. So it's there if you need it, but thank you for watching.